pills for the first match of our semifinals for April. We've got Floyd out first. Got some blue red. Got a pretty diverse board. Some nice double opportunities here in the middle of the board. Meanwhile, Betty has pretty diverse board as well. Uh, should be a lot of blue and yellow though right after this first layer, so we'll see how she handles that.
Yeah, Betty was really just trying to aim to get the board elevation down early, trying to keep that board as non-split as possible here. Floyd is getting some really good RNG, managing to get a triple D sandwich there, and then taking some more reds and yellows off the board. He's holding on to an early lead here, as these players about 45 seconds into their match. 17 for Floyd, 25 for Betty. Betty really looking for looks like help in column 6 would be big for her.
Yeah,
Maybe
she's
a
looking for
double
this
blue,
T
and she's going to
here.
get it here with this combo.
Very nice setup for that big sideways sweet tea there on column 6. Uh, Betty with a very famous combo style. Floyd with a very famous straightforward style. And, the difference is pretty stark when you look at these boards right now because Floyd is just absolutely clean. And Betty with a huge combo to clear out a bunch of yellow, but she's still got quite a bit more.
Yeah, Floyd cruising here and just playing a fantastic end game. He's free and clear. He's going to get the horizontal first and has options. And I think he's going to go vertical, even though he did have the horizontal setup. Might have just been a few more moves than he'd wanted. Betty getting the double. Floyd out at 137, and Betty working on things here. She's going to have to go vertical on both sides. She's going to be out just south of a minute 45 here as these players close going into 11.
Yeah, less than 10 seconds difference here as we look at our level 11's Floyd. Bunch of doubles, yellows strewn about the board. Betty with a ton of yellows in the middle of her board.
Oh,
Huge T
wow.
to get rid of all of them in one swoop, but she has nothing in column 3 at all. We will see how she manages that because that could lead to a lot of drop time if she's not careful.
Yeah, and really no bailouts looking down, between columns 2 and 4 as well. Nothing where she can really pop a horizontal and really save drop time, except maybe for row 2. So really, Betty is just going to have to dig down here. And I would think with this double yellow, I think the strat is going to be, yeah, get that triple off the board and just kind of open up the board here. She is leaving herself exposed with very few yellow options. Meanwhile, on Floyd's side of the board, Floyd also continuing to cruise here, playing a pretty good diverse board. I'd like to see him bring down level or columns 2 and 3, and he is starting to do that. He has one yellow remaining, so both these players yellow not useful for Ramsey.
Yeah, both players down. Floyd literally down to just red and blue, and Betty has just one yellow left. But Floyd is got about a 10 virus lead right now at the end of 11, and he's got just a handful of reds to finish. Meanwhile, Betty is just completely split in columns 1 and 8. That absence of anything in column 3 kind of meaning she couldn't do a lot in columns 1 and 2. Floyd out of 315 or so, and Betty's still 7 left to go.
Yeah, Betty, I think, was a little too married to a combo in column 3 there, and it didn't quite go her way, and now she's stuck with blue. Meanwhile, Floyd here is just playing a really smart end game, not doing anything too crazy for right now. He's one of those big down press players where he's just looking maybe 2, 3 steps ahead. He's not one of those big combo manufacturers. We're really seeing it here, but I say that, and he gets himself a nice combo just to keep that overall average board elevation pretty consistent.
Yeah, Floyd hates drop time over everything else. He doesn't want any drop time at all. And, a combo style player is going to be willing to take a little bit more drop time if you can get some more viruses off the board. Betty down to just a couple of blues, and she's got access to the both of them, but will the doctor help us out here with just two more blue pills to get Betty into level 12?
Yeah, and this is just a rough situation for Betty. Was forced to combo down. She's out at 421 there, but Floyd has absolutely just cruised past level 12 here. He's been playing pretty much flawlessly here. So Betty's gonna have to hope for some sort of disaster here, or just an elite level 12 out of her fingers, holding that controller here. We'll see what happens.
She's setting up for this red big drop combo here, clears the
Oh
yellows,
wow.
clears the blues. You know, uh, Betty's really improved her versus game, and it's really showing with combos like that. She's setting up for another big horizontal drop with this blue, but she kind of had to do it in pieces, and it needs just one more blue. Uh, she's she's going big time for this. She might have actually broken that up in pieces to avoid a potential game crash because that was a lot of viruses she took
Yeah.
off with that drop combo.
And I really think at this point, if you're Betty is Floyd now into 13, a sub 5.5 minutes, just absolutely torching through here. Floyd's PB 7 minutes 16 seconds on this block. I know Betty is a really big combo player here, but you can't be too married to that combo play. You do have to go through with just some easy one single clears, maybe double clears, and not be too married to that combo. We've seen it slow down other players before here. And we're seeing that the style, Floyd's just down press style here is really just taking the lead here big time, as Floyd's only 40 viruses away from being a third of the way to the finals.
Yeah, Floyd's got a lot of blues here on the right side of his board, and not a lot of blue pills coming to help him out with that. So he's started to have to make a little bit of garbage, but
Mhm.
he's not doesn't need that many more blues to be clear of it. This double blue is going to open up this D sandwich opportunity with this another double. Floyd's down to just 32. Meanwhile, Betty building another combo there with this double blue on needs this double blue on columns 7 and 8 to drop everything down.
Mhm.
It's going to clear almost everything all at once she gets it, but she's got to get it first.
Yeah, and as we're seeing here, Betty is just really married to this combo. She's going to get it, and it's going to be a nice sequence here. But it's again, Ramsey, just piecemealing those combos down. You don't need those big combos at this stage, especially when you had a really rough 11 here. Betty is into 13 here at the sub 7 minutes here, but Floyd is he might be uncatchable at this point, as he's only 10 viruses away.
Yeah, Floyd's just playing very, very straightforward. Some vertical clears, doesn't need to do anything fancy. He might go for a T on columns. Yeah, it looks like he's probably going to set up for a T here
Yep.
with these nice reds there, but he's just got this tiny, not even a stoplight. Just one more yellow with this blue clearing down, and Floyd is going to be out in a 7:33.
Yeah. Just absolutely fantastic time from Floyd there. Just 17 seconds off of his PB and nearly giving a full minute away to his average. So really well done there by Floyd. But this is a best of five now, so you can afford an early loss here. Hopefully Betty can recover here. And again, this is not a block she's ever played competitively, so it's a little bit of a different feeling, and there's a bit of a different mentality, especially when you're in a block for the first time.
Yeah, and Floyd with a 7:33. That's around a top 50 hot time.
Hmm.
So, when Floyd's on his game, he's going to be very tough to catch.
Hmm.
But we're going to reset and get ready for game two here. Both players out. Floyd gonna set up for a horizontal and get this horizontal blue. It's gonna make some blue garbage there, but that's easily clearable. Meanwhile,
Hmm.
Betty has a bunch of doubles on the top of her board and very diverse as well, but not a lot of specifically blue-yellow access. Let's see what she can open up.
Yeah, she would really love to see some blue on that left-hand side. Meanwhile, Floyd maintaining pretty good diversity here. He is starting to have to make decisions towards the bottom of the board here. But some yellow-red would be huge for him here. He is going to just start clearing things down. I like this decision as well, just starting to build things up on that left side. He would absolutely love. Well, I was hoping he would get a double blue, but it didn't quite happen. And Floyd, you just seeing there Ramsey just, it looks like misdrops, but he's using those opportunities to chip the board down even further.
Yeah, he definitely, when he does have to place a garbage pill, he does not let it stick around any longer than he has to.
Hmm.
But Betty has made her way down the board very quickly, and with some very conveniently timed doubles, is just about 5 viruses ahead of Floyd going into this endgame. Gonna get a nice big drop. That yellow's gonna be set up really well. She's gonna set up this yellow blue to stack perfectly as well. Oh, but it falls down from the horizontal. That's okay. She's got just one more blue pill to get out of this level 10. in a 130. That's a good time for our round one level sixes.
Yeah, like
130 for a 10 is very quick.
90 seconds is absolutely insane for level 10. Somebody might have to go check speedrun.com to see if that's a record time because that's just insanely good for level 10. Meanwhile, Floyd on a bit of a struggle session here. He's needing yellows. He's starting to get them and just had just a really tough sequence, but is making things work here. This blue yellow, exactly what he wants. And now he's pretty much free and clear on what he wants to do. He can also opt for these blues and now just hoping to get some blues here, or maybe he's going to go vertical. It looks like vertical is going to be the option for him here. Just wants to get his options available. And yep, with that double yellow, he's out at a 219. Excuse me. And now the tables have turned a little bit. Betty holding on to about a half of a round lead over Floyd into 11.
Yeah, Betty's got a bit of a spire kind of going on column 7 and 8, but like you said, about 20 plus viruses in the lead right now. So she's definitely not letting that game one get to her as she's, making some quick plays down the board, and she's addressing that right side now, and
Yeah.
probably going to set this red blue up to build another, and probably the red yellow on top of it to build even farther down. So Betty looking good here in her level 11. Meanwhile, Floyd also kind of getting inspired on column 8 there, but this red yellow is going to help take that down. He's got a ton of yellows to get through.
hmm And Betty has really made adjustments. She is trying to get that combo game going again, but also isn't going for anything too elaborate. Like the most elaborate thing I've really seen out of her was that triple combo we saw here just a few moments ago. So I think Betty's changing her style to be a little bit more aggressive, and I think she's realized she's got to focus more on clears than combos here. She's going to be out at a 325, really, really good time here at the halfway point. Floyd is just a dozen viruses away, and he's not in bad shape.
Yeah, he needs a bunch of yellow, but this double yellow is going to help a lot. And he's got the reds set up in a double there on the right. So he's just needing a couple yellows to get out. A nice undertuck to use the blue half as well.
Mhm.
So he's prioritizing perfectly. It's one of Floyd's greatest strengths is just knowing which colors to prioritize the most. Out at 4 flat, he's made up quite a bit of time
Yeah.
going into this level 12.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Floyd's got a really tightly packed board, and there's something to be said about these later levels. You're going to see a lot more compactness here. So every play, every decision, very very important, and can build either a good end game or a very very difficult one here. Floyd off to a really really good start here. I'm loving this blue dropping down as well as he is just continuing to pour on the speed here. But Betty is just maybe too far gone here. She is at 11 viruses to go here. That spire in column 1 might drag some time off of her clock. And meanwhile, Floyd is just buried in blue here, trying to find yellow, finally getting some yellow here. Might finally be able to open up his 12 here.
Yeah, but he still needs more. He's gotten some blue to help out, but he's still got like 6 blue columns that he needs to deal with before he can finish a nice sandwich clear there to clear off a bunch of blue. But now he's kind of built up a spire in the middle of his board. It's just kind of
hmm
the order the pieces have fallen in. And that is one of the Betty out at a 510, very quick through level 12. One of the downsides with like the more straightforward press down style is, if the pill order isn't just right, sometimes you're going to end up with some spires and things that aren't
hmm
exactly what you have in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And Floyd, I think, signaling here, he's not really too focused on column 8 here. He's kind of just letting things happen as they may here. I think he's just going to straight down press that double yellow just to clear out that center column. So he's bought himself a lot of options here, potentially maybe going for yep, looks like he might be here, going for the fat log on the yellow here. Just interested to see what he does. Meanwhile, Betty with a big combo, looking to get things cleared out. She's down to 37 viruses. Floyd is in a pretty good position here. Just he's going to have to combo out, which is always a rough situation, but he's got himself a good setup here and is just going to combo it out. He'll be out at a 615. Not ideal for Floyd. He is about a little less than half a level away. He has been making up some ground here. And with Betty playing such a high spired board here, Ramsey might be an opportunity here for Floyd.
Yeah, Betty's going to need a red blue to knock down the spire. and she's building up. Oh, she smartly clears out the a bit of column 8 as well. So that column eight's
Mhm.
not super spired anymore. She's gonna knock down the spire. She'd love to take those blues out. The bottom right as a nice sandwich clear. Nice L into a drop combo. It looks like she might be leaving that red up top for last, and that's not a terrible idea to save some drop time.
I absolutely agree. If you have a straggler, barring or getting a double red like that, that's really the only play you would do on a virus like that, unless otherwise you would leave that last. So great play there by Betty. Meanwhile, Floyd here not getting favorable RNG. He is going to drill down and get some garbage off the board here. He has very little access to red, and needs access to yellow, especially just on that left side. It's just yellow, yellow everywhere here, and Floyd can definitely afford to give up a game here and make this a best of three, essentially. But I think he would love to be up 2-0. But Betty absolutely blazing through here and might be setting up here for a drop T. And that does look like that. Oh, maybe not. She is going to go for the fat log here and maybe set herself up vertically on that red and then have the yellow horizontal. That's exactly
Yeah.
what she's going to do here. And it looks like Betty will be getting her first sub 8, just needing a little bit more pieces going her way. And Betty will take game number 2 at a 754.
Yeah, great play from Betty. Just four solid levels. No real hangups. That 13 was maybe a little slower than the others, but just great play and a great recovery from game 2.
Hmm.
Floyd got making a nice tee, but not going to finish that out. You mentioned speedrun.com. I did pull up the level 10 speedrun.com.
Oh,
A minute 30 would be would is not even Betty's best. She has a 127. The record for
okay.
this for level 10 belongs to one Floyd 1977 with a 116.
Oh, wow. That's just insane. So these players have now made this a best of 3. And again, Betty definitely, we just saw, just that adjustment of not being too married to the combos, and it really helped her out here. Floyd going to maintain this competitively as he enjoys an adult beverage there. And again, this is the first time we've seen these two head to head. And here we go 3-2-1 pills. Similar boards here. Betty has nothing on that bottom row. Going to be interesting how that end game plans out for her later on. Floyd with really just needing to break through, looks like row 6-7, and then he'll have really big access here.
Yeah, Floyd had to just put one piece of garbage down, but he's already cleared that up, and he's already halfway down his board. Meanwhile,
Hmm.
Betty needs some blue yellows, getting a couple, and that's gonna help. But she needs a ton of yellows. But thankfully, they are all in doubles. So if she gets the pills in, a decent order, she can really do some damage here. As we're about halfway through our level 10.
Yeah, and both these players right about at the same pace here, only a few viruses apart. Floyd running out of blue on his board. Really would like to see a red rush from him. This double red's going to be massive. Also setting up great underplay there and getting more off the board. I really want to see a yellow rush here for Floyd as he's down to 17. Betty really needing a lot of blues, a lot of reds, not many yellows to speak of. Floyd's still trying to get some setups here as he's going to bracket clear his garbage off and just kind of just go through the pill sequence here and hoping he can get some more yellows.
Yeah, he's setting up the yellows for a drop there, a horizontal drop. But and he just needs about like 10 yellows to really get rid of all this. But that kind of hamstrings his ability to clear those yellows as a sandwich there. Meanwhile, Betty's not had any such issues. She's down to just one pill and is looking at another great level 10 time
Hmm.
as she needs just one more red pill. Uh, well, Doc's being a little mean to her too, but a 147 for Betty through level 10. Floyd has just four left, but they're all yellow, and it's still red and blue only coming.
Yeah, and he's buried that virus in row 1, column 1. He's going to have to combo out of that absolutely here. And he's playing this as I would. I would probably go for this under clear first just to open up that real estate on the board. And Floyd playing medium speed, so he can kind of plan himself out here real nice. Uh, gonna go blue on the sequence there, and that's a great time for a double yellow. Floyd will be out at a 223 as Betty is holding on to a lead of about 14.
Yeah, it's not quite as big a lead as she had in game 2. So Floyd definitely looking to cut that lead down a little bit. And Betty kind of hesitating a bit with that blue yellow, trying to figure out the best way to deal with this. She's almost going to have to go horizontally with yellow garbage. Oh, that drop didn't quite work. I saw what she
Mhm.
was going for, but that didn't quite line up. So she's going to have to figure out how to unbury this right half of the board. Meanwhile, Floyd is completely clean. Just this one piece of blue garbage already gone, and his board is just absolutely pristine as he's
Yeah.
already making up quite a bit of ground.
Yeah, Floyd has been blitzing through this 11 so far, and just really finding good sequences here and maintaining good color diversity. Would love to see a little bit more yellow for him so he could start addressing his right side, but still just trying to maintain possibilities for every pill combination here. As Floyd has narrowed this gap from 14 down to 8, just absolutely torching this level right now. And this double blue is huge. It's going to clear garbage. It's going to clear blue. It is 19 to 12 here. As Betty, I think, again, is just getting a little too elaborate on her planning here. And this is allowing Floyd to catch up here. Now it's just 5 viruses. I would really like to see Floyd start addressing that right side. It looks like he finally is as he gets that double horizontal.
Yeah, Betty had a misdrop building her combo up, and she's clearing out. She was setting up this yellow to be a horizontal this whole time,
Hmm.
and it just unfortunately had a misdrop, and then she had to fix that as well. Um, but gets finally gets the combo to resolve a big drop into a T. So she's cleared out a lot of her board, and she's down. She's going to be out of level 11 and 413. But Floyd just 4 viruses behind. He needs all red, but red tends to not be a color that gets droughted too much. Going to set up an L. This is going to be perfect for column 8. He's just 3 red halves away, and Floyd will be out at about 432, just 20 seconds different. Floyd has made up a lot of ground in just one level.
Yeah, he's taken this from 14 to 9 as both players in 11 now. Betty's going to have a lot of problems with yellow going onto this board, though. She's going to have to clear a row out here to even have access to yellow, as she's got to hope for some good red-blue RNG here. That might buy Floyd the opportunity here to catch things up. It is 45 to 34 here as Floyd has great setups for every combination. He's going to short stack and take a red off the board and then a double yellow sequence there. Going to continue to keep him competitive. Great clear as well there by Floyd. He is down to 39 to Betty's 26. Betty is starting to get that yellow axis and torching through level 12 here. Floyd's hoping for some red yellow help, maybe a little yellow blue help as well. I'm really liking the sequence Floyd's getting.
Yeah, Floyd is gonna get this nice fat log into a
Wow.
drop, into a sandwich blue clear. Floyd has had some pills not come in quite the right order, but was just expertly able to turn that garbage into like usable combinations and be able to keep his board pretty garbage free. Meanwhile, Betty's board has a lot of combo setups as always, and she's gonna take a nice short stack there. She's got this horizontal yellow on the bottom. The blue red's pretty open. Uh, is maybe going to go horizontals on the blue. Yep, to free up that yellow. Betty's at a really good level 12. She is going to be out at a 602, which is well under sub 2 minutes for that level. Floyd about
Hmm.
7 viruses behind still, and he's going to have some work to do here in level 13 when he gets there.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's gonna have he's gonna have a tough solve any way you slice this board right now, Ramsey. He's probably gonna be going I would say left side horizontal here. He just doesn't have a great solve and is just not getting an ideal sequence here. But he is gonna get his clear off the board here, and yeah, he I think he saw it. He is going to get into 13 here. He's going to need a blue to do it. There it is, out at a 642. He has a chase down right now of 11 viruses here. Has a good board he can do it with, but Betty is attacking this very, very aggressively.
yeah, both players have a lot of doubles available, and it's gonna come down. Betty has the edge, but it's gonna come down to who can best use the doubles that exist on their board already.
Hmm.
Betty building a little bit of combo stuff, gonna with this red blue perfect, gonna nice triple drop combo. Uh, Looks like she's got access to all these doubles at the bottom half of her board. Meanwhile, Floyd's got a big yellow stair step in the middle, which is never a combination I like. It's always so awkward to try to uh, figure out how to do this efficiently. And it looks like he's gonna kind of just go vertical. He's got a nice horizontal combo setup though. But Betty down to just 13. Betty has absolutely turned on the Jets in this 13.
Yeah, Floyd was just trying to figure out that sequence. He got a great yellow sequence to do it, but now he's got to find reds. He's got to dig quick here. He's making big tucks. Betty down to her final 6 viruses here, and this is a great play here, getting great setups. I'd love to see her get that blue garbage out first, but she is going, and she is going to do it. She is going to get that final sequence of reds, and then with that blue red out at a 7:55, Betty now up 2-1 over the 1 seed.
Yeah, Betty with a pair of back-to-back sub eights, and Floyd's average is 830, and that's exactly what you need to be beating a player like
Hmm.
Floyd. Is you really need to be going all out. Betty getting some excellent sequences there in 13 to take a lot of doubles off quickly, and she really made short work of that.
Yeah. And again, this is a series that Floyd has dominated, but we've been saying this. Floyd is a consistently good player, and we've seen Betty, just improve, bits and pieces, and we're seeing that reflected here in her first semifinal appearance. She's 1 win away from her first finals appearance. So big opportunity here for Betty. Floyd needing to go perfect here to punch his ticket, and here we go. 3, 2, 1 pills as we start game number 4. Floyd, I think, has the better end game situation. Betty, I think, might have a better mid game situation here. Great diversity, though, to start on both sides here, and I'm loving this opening move by Floyd.
Yeah, he's got his only problem now is going to be this yellow here right in the middle. But if he can address that pretty quickly, he's going to be setting up some intentional garbage and getting a nice big drop into a horizontal. He's got several horizontal setups
Hmm.
available to him. He's made a good work of kind of a tricky situation with all that yellow. Meanwhile, Betty is got a reasonably diverse board and is setting up combos already. Needs a red to drop the stuff on. Needs a red yellow here to drop the stuff in the left half of the board.
Yeah.
She's got about a 8 virus lead so far. But Floyd is not backing down. He's got a lot of doubles available, but they are mostly blue.
Yeah, but if he can get that blue sequence, he can rip this board open, and he's keeping it competitive. That's a huge double blue from Floyd. He's going to open up the center of that board, and another great sequence for him. He has a little bit more diversity now and has a ton of options. As he's down to his final 12, I would say board advantage goes to Floyd. Floyd going for the tuck, and I'm thinking maybe that tuck wasn't necessary there. He's got himself a pretty good sequence otherwise here, and is going to elect to go vertical. He's down to his final 4. Betty down to her final 2. Floyd again with the better sequence here. Floyd's going to get himself a little bit of a drop time elimination. Betty out at a minute 35. Floyd's going to be out right here at about a minute 42. We are neck and neck going to 11.
Yeah, this is definitely Floyd really showing great recovery from the last couple games. His board has some good diversity, but he had to make a little bit of garbage because that yellow red didn't really have a good fit at the moment.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, Betty's got some horizontals already. She's got some yellow garbage on the left though, and that left is getting a little low. So we'll see how she handles these reds here in the middle of this board.
Yeah, Floyd is at 36 here. Not a great top line on his board. Would really love to see him get some yellow blitz action here. This is going to be a good garbage clear for him, but he's been having so much just tough situations for him where he can't be in a clearing situation. It's bought that time for Betty. Betty playing a little bit of a rough board right now. I think she's hunting for a red. She's going to get it. Here's a big combo from Betty. Gotta be careful. You don't want a game crash here because you got to start your game over, and that would give a ton of time to Floyd, essentially giving the game to him here. So a little bit risky here, but Betty holding on to a 12 virus lead as Floyd continuing to attack his 11.
Yeah, Floyd just had a bit of a glut there where he just couldn't quite get the stuff he needed, and it's resulted in this, uh, a bit of a mess to dig through. But it looks like he is now completely clear of garbage, so he's going to be torching the rest of this level. Meanwhile, Betty has a lot of drop time and some garbage there. A nice lightning bolt though. She's not. She's she's not giving up either, but she's going to have to figure out how to deal with this yellow there in column one.
Yeah, and Floyd here has some great sequencing here. He's down to 13 here. It is 13-6, and Floyd can really start tearing this board down. He's going to get a triple. He's going to be in single digits. He's narrowing that gap here with Betty. And oh, that was a great sequence to clean up his board. An incredibly clean end game here for Floyd. And he's going to drill down both of these blues. Absolutely. Going to get himself another combo off the board. He has a ton of options here. He's down to 4. Betty is going to have to go vertical out at a 352. Floyd not far behind, just needing 3 reds, and he'll be in there. This is a tight, tight one here. Is Floyd looking to force a 5th game?
Yeah, Floyd with an excellent job recovering from kind of a messy start of level 10 and out just, about 10 or so seconds behind, about 8 viruses, immediately takes 2 off the board. He's got a ton of doubles at the very top. Meanwhile, Betty has kind of a chasm in the center of her board. That's going to lead to some drop time if she can't figure out a way to be creative with this garbage here.
And I'm loving this just very brave sequencing that Floyd is doing here to get things set up. He's got himself a bit of a deficit again, but he tends to play a much stronger end game. Betty is a little bit stronger when it comes to those first few sequences here where she can build those combos. But again, we've seen the adjustment where she's not been really doing much in the way of combos and just setting herself up for success here. This blue sequence not ideal for her, and this has allowed Floyd to take the virus lead once again. It is 26-26 here as Floyd hoping for a big blue rush.
Yeah, he has blue on top of 6 of his columns, and of his 23 viruses, it looks like over half of them are blue. He's gonna have to get a bunch of blue to finish this level 12. Betty with a much more diverse end game, it's looking like, but it's not as clean. So we'll see what she can come up with. A lot of blue, clears out the blue, setting up for a horizontal here. With gonna make this yellow into a drop combo on column 3. But Floyd has cleared out some of this blue, but he needs a lot more to clear out that right half.
Yeah, the good news is it's mostly blue on the right side. He'd love a little bit of red, but he can't afford to take a little bit of time here. Betty is just in a very what looks like messy situation here, but I've played this game enough to know that isn't always the possibility as we see Betty fire off a big combo. It is 9-9 here as these players on the penultimate level, and Floyd is starting to get a good red sequence here. I like this. Now he just needs these blues. Can these blues show up for him here? As he's just got a few blue viruses to go here. Is he going to set up for a horizontal? He is. I think that's a really, really good play, Ramsey.
Yeah, he needed to get access. Oh, but he can't use these. He's having to throw blues away, which is really painful when that's basically all you need. He had a great idea. It just did not work out with the way the pills came. Uh, Giving Betty a chance to maybe open up a lead, but her again, the middle of her board starting to become a chasm. Floyd out at 637, and his board looks pretty good. There's a lot of blue yellow. That second layer of viruses looks perfect to maybe catch up a little bit.
Yeah, and Floyd's doing just that right now, and he is going to tuck that blue red down and really just try to find answers here to things that he can clear out. Looks like he might be setting up for a T here. Betty is up by quite a bit, 20 viruses right now. Floyd knows he's got to play incredibly aggressively here as he's just had really rough end games, but a ton of doubles on Floyd's board right now, and Betty's playing a split board and not a lot of access to red. This is a great opportunity for Floyd to perhaps come back and close this gap up. He did have a lead last level, and he could definitely get one again here. 35-20 here is Floyd continuing to storm back and both players playing a good board here, Ramsey.
Yeah, Floyd just has some garbage that he's gonna have to figure out how to take out without ruining his other plans. Betty's board is a lot cleaner, and she's down to just 7 viruses left. Got just this yellow. This yellow's going to cause some issues. Needs to clear that out first. A little bit of a stoplight in column 1, but she is going to do the yellows horizontally. Gonna do the reds first, and then Betty at 8:01 is going to take the 4th game and the match. Betty B
And
plays G's in her first ever gold final.